Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa at Big Elephant Plans. This right here is my new plum paper planner. I have used plum paper planner for about 4 years now, so I'm not new to how it's done or anything. I really like this system. I started out originally in a 7x9 and then for some reason 2 years ago maybe I ordered the A5. I like the A5 size, and I did buy one for this year. I have it right here. I did buy one for this year, but when we decided to homeschool my son, I knew that this size was not going to be big enough. So I switched to the 8.5x11, but the 8.5x11 was way too big. It was a whole lot of planner. So I've switched again, this time to the 7x9, but I mixed it up a little bit. So I actually ordered two planners. This is one, and but I ordered two and put them together, kind of merged them, Frankenplanned them into this one planner. So this actually has two planners in it, and I will show you. Let's see. So this is September through December, right there. That's 3 months. Well, that's 3 months. And then this is the next 3 months. And I'm going to explain to you what I did and why I did it in this video. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you a full flip through of the final product. So, let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and I took the coil off of this one, and even though they did not cut the plastic part, they did cut this part for me. So this part is all ready to be interchangeable once I get the planner set up. I wanted to show you that. And then I realized after I took the coil off of this one that I probably should have shown you how I remove the coil. So I'm going to just show you that real quick. So I'm not very good at putting the coil back in. So when I do it, I unfold the top coil instead of unfolding the bottom coil. What you're going to need is you're going to need a pair of pliers. I like to use 2 pliers just to make it a little bit easier for me. I had these in some jewelry making that I do. I also had this one, but when you use one that's got the teeth on it like that, you're going to leave marks on your coil. So you don't want to, see that? So you don't want to leave, you don't want to use that one. So, make sure that y'all can see this. Okay, so I just take my pliers and I grab this end and I twist it up. And then once I have it all the way up, I try to curve it just a little bit with the way that the coil already goes, just so that it comes out pretty easily. So it's not great, and you can see already from just grabbing it with the pliers, I've made a few marks on the coil. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's just a few marks on the coil. So when I go to fold it back in, I'm going to have a few more marks. So I like to do it up here because if I do it down here, for some reason I tend to snag it on my clothes and stuff. So I do it on this top part. And then you just twist the coil, start twisting from this side. And you want to make sure that you unclip this end, and then just keep twisting. And it's going to take a few minutes, but it eventually just comes all right back out. So when I'm all done, I'm going to come back and show you what I've done. Alright, so as you can see here, I have removed the coil completely from both of the planners, and then I'm just going to go through all the pages in both of the planners and figure out which page I want to keep. I know from the angle that I'm at, the top planner looks a little bit small, but it is the exact same size 7x9 planner that I have below. So I'm keeping all of the colored pages from the weekly planner, and I'm going to just leave on the side all of the monochromatic pages from the daily planner. And then I'm turning all the way to the back to get those last few pages out of the back, because like I said, I always forget that they're back there, so I want to make sure that that I take those out first and go ahead and put them in behind the pages that are kept in the front of the planner. So I like to have all of those pages right in the front before my first month starts. Alright, so I'm keeping all of the pages from September, October, and November just as they come in the weekly planner. But my daily planner starts in December. So when I get to December, I'm going to keep all of the weekly pages from the colorful planner. And then just behind that, I'm going to add in the daily pages, the full month and everything from the daily planner. The only part that I'm not moving over from the daily planner is going to be the monochromatic dividers, because I have the colorful dividers for all the months that I'm including in this planner. All the way I'm doing September through February. So I have all of the months in this planner with the colorful dividers, and then I'm taking everything from March through August, and I'm putting it on the side to use later. Here's where I start to get a little bit confused about what I'm doing. So I have the social media section, I have the homeschool section, I have a contact section, and a couple of different notes sections. So what I wanted to do was, the first social media section is for one particular business. So that section I want to include a few more notes pages and things behind that section, as well as make sure that I have enough contact pages and things like that. In the homeschool section, I'm using the checklist pages for grading pages. So I wanted to make sure that I got those in the right spot, and then I took out the grading log that it comes with, because I like to have the full year planned out on the grading pages. So I'm counting how many I can get on each page, and then how many pages I'm going to need for that. So then when I got to the contact section, I decided to go ahead and take that out and just leave in some of the pages from the other sections. Now, whenever I finish using a planner, I always have some extra pages that I haven't used that year, and so I'll uncoil the entire planner and take out the extra pages so I can use them in future planners. So I actually had a couple of tabs I was able to use, as well as some pages that I did not get in this planner. So there's maybe some old contact pages, and I think some bill plan pages and homekeeping pages. And for some reason, the video I took that shows how to put the coil back on did not save properly, so I do not have that to show you. But if you line up the pages so all the holes are lined up, it goes on pretty easy. I do it without the cover because I cut the cover to be interchangeable, so I just do that part without the cover. And then I can show you how I bend the top of the coil back to the way that it was, so that the pages don't come off the top. Alright, so now that I've got the coil put back in, I'm going to try to show you how I bend this back. And I just try to be as careful as I can. And I just kind of grab this with both the pliers and twist one plier in like that. And then I just kind of pull it back out just a little bit. So I'm just trying to get it to line up as best I can. And then I'll snap the cover back in. I'll snap this one in. This one will be pretty easy to snap in. The other one, I've got to cut the clear plastic. I'm just going to cut it right through these little holes from here to here. And then I can snap this in too. And then I'll be done. Alright, so now that you've seen how I turned this one planner or two planners, sorry, into just one planner, I'm going to walk you through all the pages so you can kind of see them a little bit better and see what I did. So I left this front exactly the way that it comes, with the 2020 calendar and then 2021, and then I left the special dates section, ideas, plans, and goals. And then this is typically where your first monthly tab starts. So this tab starts here, and I took these pages out of the back and added them in here because I tend to forget about them when they're all the way behind the last month. So I did add those pages in here, and then I just have some notes down here of what I'm going to use this for. So this is the colorful monthly layout. And like I said, I've left everything in these section, these first 3 months exactly how it comes. There's every single weekly spread. I'm kind of playing around with some layout ideas there so I can figure out what I'm going to do come September 1st. And where I changed it up is December. We own a bakery. We sell king cakes during Mardi Gras. That is the only time of year that we're open. So I get really busy starting in December. My days are packed. December, January, and February, we're open January and February, so I need a lot more room in those days, and then I need a little bit more room in December. So what I did was I have all the colorful pages are going to be from the weekly planner that I used, and all of the monochromatic pages are going to be from the daily planner that I used. So there's the colorful month, and then it goes straight into the weeklies. There's all the weeklies. There's the last week of the month and the final page of the month. This is the first page that's usually behind your divider. So that's what's usually right here. And this is the start of the monochromatic pages, so this is the start of the daily planner. So there's the month. I'm going to use this one for work-specific things. So right now in December, we start training new employees, we start hiring new employees. So I'm going to use this in December for interview days, training days, and then also social media posts. And then we go straight to the days. So there is all the days on their own pages, including the weekends, because Plum Paper Planner does give each weekend its own, each day of the weekend its own page. And then we get to the back, and because this was an odd numbered month, there's 2 full lined pages. On an even numbered month, there's only going to be the 1 lined page. And then January, I did the exact same thing. So there's all the dailies, and then there's the weeklies. February, I did the same thing. Fat Tuesday is on the 16th this year, so I'll probably stop using it somewhere around the 20th. I'll stop using the dailies because that's usually the 18th or the 19th is one of our last days open, and then the 20th we are completely shut down. So there's all of the weekly spreads and then the daily spreads. I moved the pocket that's usually in the back up to this section just so I could have a little bit more space. And then social media. So this page does not typically come in the social media section. I'm going to use this side of the page for social media stats so I can track new Facebook followers, new Instagram followers, new subscriptions to our newsletter and all that kind of stuff on there. And then this side I'm going to have for weekly routines, things that I need to do every single week as far as like payroll and taxes and all that kind of stuff goes. Then I have all of these pages come in there. Social media section, all the way to right here. These were from an old 7x9 that I have, so their page layout's a little bit different now. These are all written in pencil, so I'm just going to erase them, and I have some to-do lists here. Then I just have some lined pages for notes or whatever I need to write down. And then because we were not homeschooling last year, or I should say because we were not homeschooling the year that I last got a 7x9, I did not have a homeschool section. That's something new that they're doing. So I added the homeschool section to this planner rather than my A5, because I bought my A5 last year. So my A5 is like my personal home planner. This one goes everything with me. It holds everything that that I need for everything, and it has a home section, a meals section, a fitness section, and a travel section. So but this will have like a little bit of the bakery information, but the workhorse for my bakery planner is this one. I do like though that this one has the homeschool section, because I will not carry, I may carry this one with me to the bakery, but I probably will try to have everything I need in here. But my son will be coming to the bakery with me, so he can do his homeschool work then. Also, I like that if I'm writing his homeschool plans in here, I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. I can put these two planners next to each other and write in this one while I look at what's written in this one. So I've got some notes here on what he needs to do for science and social studies. And then this is the homeschool planner. I did take out some pages like you saw. This is what we do on our attendance. So I have these clear dots. I believe that they are recollections, but they're numbered 1 through 31, and we're going to use them for 30 days of a 6-week plan. So the end of this coming week, not the end, let's see, the 26th. So Wednesday this coming week, he's going to finish his first 30 days of school. And so that's how we're tracking. We'll do 6 30-day records on attendance, and he will be finished with his 180 days. Then we have the reading log, and I added in the contacts just for other homeschooling moms in our co-op, that kind of thing. And then I added in all of these checklist pages. So this has the curriculum day. Okay, so the curriculum day is that I usually run curriculum on about 145 to 150 days in the school year. So all the curriculum is split to approximately that many days, and then the remaining 30 to 35 days we use for co-op, field trips, and things like that. So then I put the actual date that these lessons are taught on across the top here. And so this is his grammar lessons. His grammar is really easy laid out. I don't have to do any pre-planning for grammar, writing, handwriting, spelling, in math. When I was filling this out, my math pen wasn't working, so I had to grab another one. I haven't finished putting math in. History also, I don't have to do any pre-planning, but I did do some pre-Columbus activities, so I have that in a folder. So this is a pre-Columbus unit, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For science, I have to plan it completely because we're kind of pulling from a bunch of different sources. So science, this is the name of the unit here, and then the days for each unit. So all of that information is kept in a separate binder. But I have the lesson number and the grades. And then whenever he has a test, I usually try to put that in a different color just so it's easy to see. So this goes all the way through to the end of the school year. I haven't finished filling everything in. And then we also have one blank page left here. I haven't decided what to use this for yet. But when I decide, I will let y'all know. And then we have, so I did, because I chose to take out their grading pages, I did lose one page in their field trip log, but I still have one more. And then this is the end of their homeschool section. I added in some to-do lists and some lined pages. This is another section that I kind of mixed up a little bit. It's the same thing. I added some to-do lists and some line pages back there. And then these are pages from an old planner, so it has cleaning and bills, and then these are what I had left over of the to-do lists. And I think I chose not to put in any more of the lined pages. I added in one more folder that I had left over, and then I ordered the sheet protector. I will go back here and I will show you a little trick that I like to do. So for social media, if I want to go to the immediate month that I'm working on, I'm going to grab it just a little bit. I'm going to grab the tab just a little bit more than I typically would, and that is going to be that first month. So if you see here, I just put a removable tab on here, and then I put it so that it doesn't quite cover the full tab. So if I wanted to go to the front of the social media section, I would just kind of touch the tab and pull it. Same thing with homeschool. It's going to open straight to where we're at on his lesson plan and grading schedule. And if I wanted to open to the front of the homeschool section, I would just grab the part of the tab. So I grab it just like that, and it opens right to the front. Up here, I have a tab for attendance, and I have these go right to the to-do lists. So these are going to flip straight to to-do lists in every section. And that is all I have for this planner. So completely Frankenplanned the daily and weekly planners together, and then customized the back a little bit, the sections to be what I want them to be. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button to see what I've got planned in the future.